Hey, good morning, everybody. I guess it's time to do a little bit of ELA, shall we? Ah! All right. Have to slide into ELA, if you know what I mean. Okay, so we're talking about the story Biblio Burro. When I first heard the title, I wasn't sure about the story. But I like that he's helping people in different communities. He doesn't have to do that, Luis. He does that out of the kindness of his heart. Wait a minute, we're talking about the heart, the human heart, the center of life in science. But he has a very big heart, and it's very nice that he wants to help all these other people and potentially help children, which I always think is awesome because kids are great. So the kids in El Tormento run to meet him. Let's see what's going on. When they go in, they might ask him some questions. Oh, this is one of my favorite parts. Okay, good. So, Luis insists on reading a story, okay? And before they choose books to borrow, he says, "Today, I have a surprise for you," he says. He reached behind the books. He didn't just have books. He reached behind the books and pulls out a bundle of piglet masks. I want one! Put on a mask and I'll read you a tale story about pigs. Wait a minute, you guys remember my favorite story, right? Small Pig by Arnold Lobel? I wonder if he's gonna read my favorite pig story. No, I probably won't, but he probably has a favorite pig story too. Maybe he loves pigs just as much as I do. Oh, look at him sitting there and reading. And in his word bubble, it says, "Once upon a time." Nope. Do you know what story he's reading? Let's see if we can take a look. The Three Little Pigs. Il Tre Porcellini. Yes, Three Little Pigs. One of my favorite stories also. Okay, so he finally reaches the village. He has masks for children to wear while he reads the story. So he's showing them something so much more important than giving them a story and being like, "Sayonara, see you later." He's showing them how fun reading can be, okay? And reading can be a great deal of fun. I read all the time. I read when I wake up. I read before I go to bed. I don't read during dinner. But I try to read things all the time. When I'm driving, I read signs. I read posters, maybe a movie I wanted to see. Scoob. I read the Scoob poster the other day. So reading can help you in life. Reading can help you in school, especially because it can help you with math, reading word problems, and problem solving. It can help you in science, reading facts about animals or planets or the human body like we're talking about this week. So definitely read as much as you can because it's always going to help you in so many different ways. So when the story ends, it's time for everyone to choose a book. This is exciting. And we did a book swap at Tigerman, and you were able to bring some old books that you read a few times and then trade them in for a different book you'd never read before. It's kind of a nice thing. And I wonder if he's going to come back, and maybe he could do a book swap with these kids from El Tormento if he ever returns again. I don't know how far away it is, but maybe he'll plan on returning. So he says, when the story ends, it's time for everyone to choose a good book. Oh, look at how interested they are in taking that fresh book. The children hold their books closely as they say goodbye and walk home. So, on these 2 pages, there are some key details. WH questions, things that help us understand the story. What key detail is here that helps us understand how it supports the main topic or the main idea, helping out other people in the community? So, what he does is he gives them books to take home, okay? And that's how you understand how he's supporting people or helping people in other communities. He gives them children's books to take home. So that shows that he's really got really good intentions. He's really doing the right thing. Now let's talk about the pictures, because you might think, oh, the words are really important. They tell us lots of things. The pictures are just as important. We don't call them pictures. We're second graders. I'm sorry. We call that illustrations. Can you say that? Illustrations. That just means drawings. Okay? It's not a photograph. It's someone had painted it or colored it and put that in the page of the book. So, how does he show it in the illustration? We'll take a look. What is each child carrying? It shows them carrying books. Each child either has a book or they're choosing a book. So they must all want the books. That's really important. So he's going there, forcing the books on these children. He's going there because they really want them, and he knows how much they want. He didn't ask them, like, do you guys want books? He knows. He's like, hey, I see you guys sitting around talking. That's nice, but I have a lot of really nice books I want to share, and they're probably super excited about that. So Luis and Alpha and Beto head back over and under the hills. They head back where? Do they head back to El Tormento? Or are they going somewhere else? Because they were just at El Tormento. So where are they going now? Are they going to other places to get books? Where do you think they're going? Across the grasslands and streams and into the sunset. That's a really long, tough journey. And it says, where are Luis, Alpha, and Beto going now? Big vowels. I'm going to stop right there. I think you know where they're going. Now, this week, I did a lot of Nearpod slide reading. And I read the slides to you, and you could read along. But what I'm asking you to do, what I'm really focusing in on this week, is locating key details in the text. Because once you can locate information, there's a lot of tests that have the ability to read the choices and the answers, and you go back and look for it. So you don't put a good answer down. You put a great answer down. You put the best, the only answer. And once you're sure about it, you can be sure about it if you go back and look in the text. So I'm asking you to go look and be detectives. Put on that magnifying glass and find the information I ask you to look for. It might be circle the name of the setting that they're in the words. I say the word text. Text means words. Right? So I'm going to end it right there. But I'm pretty sure you know where he's going. All right, everybody. Biblio burro. Another day. And tomorrow we are going to figure out the author's purpose. Why he wrote this story. All right. I feel a lot better about the story than when I first started reading it, because I thought the title was hard to pronounce. And I said, oh boy, it's going to be hard to explain the story. But he's doing some pretty wonderful things. And I bet you that there's a guy like Luis, or a woman like Luis in your neighborhood looking to help other people right now. And there's a lot of people right now in hospitals, and the policemen and the firemen. We're just working really hard to help others. So I know I've said this before, but strongest people in the world don't have big muscles. They help other people. All right, adios, everybody. Make sure you have some good family time tonight. Maybe help mom and dad make dinner. Maybe clean up your room. But just try to help your family in some way tonight. I dare you. Next time, see you Friday. Adios.